Hello, hello, YouTube. You got sound? Sound on YouTube? Hey, there we go. Right, not quite sure what was going on there. There was me saying I got no tech issues, and it wouldn't be the same without having a little tech issue, would it, guys? Kalade, good afternoon. Mr. Siddiqui, good afternoon. Peter Stanley, bloody hell. Hello, mate. How are you? Yeah, it looks like TikTok was fine. It was just YouTube that wasn't. So if we look at this little now, guys, let me just go back to the link that I've just posted. If you've already completed your details, if you've filled it in once in October, please don't do it again. You only need to do it the once, and you'll be entered into the competitions going forward. Okay, this is going to be a rotate. Competition is just going to keep going on until the end of the year. So if you've already submitted your details once, please do not submit your details again, because it just means that I waste time taking out duplicate entries. So please do not resubmit your entry. So one entry will last you until the year end. So next Monday on the live stream, I'm going to give away a 1 hour coaching session with myself. The week after, it will be a month's membership. If you're already a member, then give it to someone. And then the week after that, it's going to be a 3K to a 60K trading account, instant funded through Instant FX Capital. Okay, so any of those prizes sound good? Click on that bit.ly link now, fill out your details, and you're just going to be in with a chance of winning. It costs nothing. Only thing you need to do, guys, is don't give bum details, because if you do give bum details, we can't get a hold of you, and therefore you cannot win. So it just means that you're going to screw it up for someone else. Okay, so that's all I ask. Um, right, gold. We only trade. I've done 2 trades today. One was the buy down here from support. We got 215 minute. You see this here, where bullish candle, wick down, bought the high, ran it up. It got as much as like 70 pips in profit. We closed out at 30 and 50, and then we got stopped out as this candle pulled back down. The next trade we took was just through here, and it was based off a 30-minute chart. So if we look, we've got resistance formed here. This candle then closed back below the resistance. This candle had a top wick form. Now, if you look in here on the 15, you had a bullish candle, this one here. So as it comes up, it comes back down. This one here then immediately dropped, and we got, like I say, it was 30 pips, and then it just reversed. So if we look, it actually dropped as low as 46 pips. Um, and then I just moved my stop about 5-6 pips in front of my entry price so that it will cover any commissions. So nice and simple. 2 trades, 2 wins. First one was on live stream. This one was, in fact, it was before live stream this morning. And then that was in a coaching session. And then this one I sent out to members and the free Telegram channel. So if you're on the free Telegram channel, you hopefully took that. If not, then maybe you need to join the free Telegram channel also. How many of you have got on the free Telegram channel? All right. Gold is really not appealing to me at the minute. Higher time frame looks better than the lower time frame for sure. You could look for sells underneath here on the hourly to fill this range. So we could look at this. Um, let's get rid of that because it's new resistance now. So hourly looks all right if we get a close above. Now, the issue we've got with the hourly is you see these wicks. What do these wicks keep tapping? What do these wicks keep tapping? Yeah, exactly. They keep tapping the 4K. Now, there's based off the 30, there's your resistance level. Here we've got a bit of structure. You could look to fill the wick. Um, I just don't like where price is. All of this is just a mess now. I think if you want to try and trade in this area, you're asking for trouble. Yes, it will provide opportunities at time and it may just keep tapping the 4K level, but you're just asking for trouble. So, as I always say, I'd much rather be a pilot on the floor wishing I was in the air than a pilot in the air wishing I was on the floor. You know, once you're up there and you're in the shitty weather, unfortunately, you've got to deal with it. Whereas if you just sat on the floor, you go, do you know what? I wish I was up there. Nothing, you're not putting yourself through stress. So, right now, when it comes to trading, this is where I think a lot of people struggle is because they look at their accounts and they go, do you know what? I want a bigger account. I want to be making more money. I want this. I want that. And ultimately, they try and push the needle that much further to make more money quicker. Now, what you need to do, and this is the painful bit, as new traders, as retail traders, you have to psychologically prepare yourself for trading seven-figure, eight-figure accounts. So what does that mean? That means what do you think changes in the process between trading a 10K account and a 100K account? Do you reckon there's any difference I do in my trading, whether I've got a 10K or a 100K account? Any difference? What do you think? What about if you go to the gym? If you get taught how to do a bench press properly, do you think they show you one way to lift a 10 kg weight and then another way to lift a 100 kg weight? Or do you think they show you the same way, just good form? No difference in process, just fear of the big numbers increasing. Okay, perfect. So imagine going into the gym. If you have perfect form with 10 kg, 20 kg, right? You're there, you're pressing away. You know what you can push. You know what you can push. You're doing your reps. Then next week you come and you go, do you know what? I feel a bit stronger. Instead of doing 20K, I'm going to do 25 kg. And then you're doing it, boom, banging out the reps, banging out the reps. 3 weeks later, you go, do you know what? I'm getting my 10, my 12, whatever it is. You go, do you know what? I'm going to try 28 or I'm going to try 30. Boom, pff, hit the reps. Okay, so this is it's a progressive overload. Trading is no different. Trading is no different. You increase the lot size as your balance increases, and your balance is only going to increase not by you depositing more money, but by you making better trading decisions and the balance increasing through success. Now, you'll notice I never have, when I'm trading, I never have my P&L running in front of me. So I don't see it. I just see the numbers on magic keys in the top right of the screen. Why do I do that? I do that so I don't get influenced by the number. What's going on with gold is it's just in a mess. It's just in a mess. Just gold, listen, don't try and force the issue right now. I said this morning to the members, I don't like, I mean, if you look at the price action here on just the hourly chart, right? What do you see a lot of? What do you see a lot of? Tell me what you see a lot of here, guys. What do you see a lot of on this gold chart? Wicks, no clear trend. Exactly, Dan. Exactly. Lots of wicks, lots of small bodies. Now, the problem with that is, uh, okay. Okay. Hours of crappy movement. Now, as traders, right, we want to trade into what we call clear space. So right now, you see where I've got this potential, it isn't a sell stop, but it could be, right? Because look, below here, we just have nice big momentum candle to work with. If I drop down to the 30-minute, do we see the same? We've got nice big bodied candles to work with, so that's fine. 15. Little bit wicky, but once we get below that sell stop point, again, we've got bodies down to here. So 39.75, there's a good $10 available if we get below that price point. The buys, I don't like really above that price point. I think if I was going to be looking for buys, if I was going to just focus on the hourly chart, we got a close above 39.96 on the hourly chart, so at 2 o'clock, I'd potentially look at the buy, depending where the high is, because these wicks here, they just come into the 4K level, so a little bit off-putting. Okay, let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Okay, NASDAQ, if okay, 15-minute. If we get a 15-minute close, ooh, it's already done. But if you had a wick up, there is potential. 68. Okay, so the cells I'm going to stay away from for now, even though I would prefer to sell. If we got a close above on the 15-minute, above 20, so I would look at potential buys. Buys above 25,683, 25,683. No, 25,683. Sells, look, we're already 370 points down on the day, so I'm not a big advocate of jumping on shorts when you're already 1 point, what is it? 1.3, 1.4% down, 1.44. Yes, it can drop further, but look, again, devil's advocate, I'd much rather look for a close above here and then trade it back up to here and then look for the sells. That'd be my preference. DAX, well, we highlighted an area to potentially look for sells earlier, which could still materialize, but we still need to rally a good another 60, 70 points for potential opportunity there. Quiet on numbers today. At least I don't tempt TikTok with giving me some kind of pop-up for poor visibility, which I was getting rather annoyed with last week. Uh, any questions on TikTok, YouTube? Any questions? Yeah, I'm gonna. No sound detected. Why is that? Maybe it's too far away from me. So yeah, I'm happy with potential sells on gold underneath there. So if, in fact, let's just um, in fact, let's just see if this works. Yeah, I'm just gonna change screen to, there we go. Change it over on YouTube. Ooh, let me turn that down. So is that a bit noisy? Okay, so I've just put that in for now. Sell stop underneath the H1 low. So this has to trigger in the next 40 minutes. Good morning, Lightning. I wish everyone an awesome trading session. Have a green day. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Uh, Mr. Buckley, have a safe flight. Enjoy Japan. So let's see what happens here. Now, I can't put my partial TPs in yet because I've got this issue with magic keys where it just, now I'm going to do a little bit of a smaller TP. I'm only going to do 20 pips this time. Now, the reason I want to do 20 pips as opposed to 25, 30 that I've been doing recently is because when we look at this range that we're seeing here, $23 range, this candle is, although it's a strong close in the middle of the range, where if you were to think about probability, the highest probability trade from sells would be as close to the top of the range, and the highest probability buys would be as close to the bottom of the range. Because we're somewhere in the middle, I want to keep my target as close to, oh dear me, as somewhere close in the middle, so that if it does um, move in my direction, there's a high probability of us hitting our TP, and then we're risk free because as soon as it hits T1, stops automatically move to break even. So remember, guys, for me, it's not about hitting huge amount of pips. I don't need to hit huge pips. All I'm looking for is that 10, 20, 30 pips. If I can do that consistently 1 or 2 times a day, I'm very happy. If we get a trade that moves a long way, fantastic, super happy. Um, we've done 2 trades today, and yeah, uh, got to be happy with it. Um, 2 wins. They weren't on live stream, so I've not added them to the tally. So the tally that you see on these trades taken on YouTube and TikTok, that's purely from trades taken on the live stream since the 1st of August. Okay, so there's no doctoring of figures. So you could go all the way back through every live session. In fact, let me just check the entry price. Low 83.87, 83.87. So on at 83.57. Yeah, there we go. So let's just readjust the partial TP. How went the Asia live the other week? I think it was just one losing trade. Who was on the Asian session last week? Did we have a losing trade? I think it was a losing trade, wasn't it? I had a good day, but I think we started off with a losing trade, if I'm not mistaken. Anyone on that made the Asia session last week? Now, guys, I do appreciate you all being here. Now, yeah, it was pretty uneventful. I don't know why, but I've got a feeling it was a losing trade that day. What made you think of that, Sandra? Me yawning. Yeah, no, so I don't stay up that late. I generally go to bed most nights around 11, 12 o'clock, and then up most days around 5 o'clock. But when I do a Asia session, yeah, I'm up at 3. Well, just before, so I can be in front of the screen for 3 o'clock. Right, not a lot going on here. Like I said, I'm not going to be trading uh, NASDQ short after it's already done 380 points. Like I said, it can go further. I just don't want it. I don't want to be trading it down here. It's the same when gold was moving $100 in a day. Yes, it could go 120, but I still don't want to be buying it after it's already moved $100. I'd rather wait until the day after. Yeah, it's just specific rules that I like. Just wondering if that would be something new you would start. Um, I would only do it 1 day a week, just purely because the Asia session wipes me out as well. Because every day I've got quite a few coaching sessions, working with people that it's great on one instance that we can trade a different session, but on another side it wipes me out as well. I don't get much sleep as it is, so yeah, I'm just gonna see if we can. I think one day a week is plenty to trade the Asia session, unless the Asian session was the only session that was having trade setups. Then by all means, then I might start looking at moving my sleep schedule around a little bit. This is a bit late. The Mayor's Office for Policing and Crime. So funny enough, so my car got stolen on the 28th of September, and not once did I have any communication from the police. Um, I rang up to find out that the case had closed, and now I've just got an email. Have your say in the service you received from the Metropolitan Police. I'm like, do they really want me to answer that properly? I rang up every day for 8 days. And on the final day, the answer I got was the case is closed. I'll quite happily reply to that email. How was your service? Starts with a capital S and ends in a capital T. Right, about to get triggered, guys. Or maybe we're not. But any other questions, guys? We're sell stop on gold. So as soon as it gets triggered, you'll see some big orange or blue numbers in the top right up here. If it's orange, that means I'm in negative, and if it's in blue, it means I'm in positive. That's just the number of pips that I will be positive or negative. And when I hit set, that will place my, okay, so there we go. I've placed my first TP at 20 pips. Let's place another one now. Do this at 50. Some big ass 15-minute candle. Right. So we're currently live, 11 pips down. Mm. 2 minutes left of this 30-minute candle, and it's a significant rejection. Chloe, good afternoon, welcome. Thanks for the joining the live stream. Guys, if you are new to this live stream, price action traders predominantly focusing on got who's this? Jamaican Brit. Good afternoon. So we are short on gold. currently 19 pips, 18 pips, 14 pips offside. Entry technique was based on this hourly candle, as you can see, closed below structure. Next hourly candles created a massive top wick, and we sold underneath the low of that bearish candle. So based on the volatility it got, and we're looking for the market to come down and fill the range of these candles here. So that's what I'm looking for it to do, for the market to come down, fill that space. So we'll see if that's what happens, how it pans out. Thanks for the follow, Jamaican Brit. Now, no doubt you've got family in Jamaica, so hoping they're all well and didn't suffer too much through Melissa. Was it Melissa? Hurricane Melissa? There we go. 30-minute candle is now closed. New one is open. So top wick to form. I expect it to go up. As soon as it breaks the lows, we can then adjust our stop loss to above the high of this current candle that's running right now. So here we go. As soon as we, oh, didn't quite. If we break these lows here, we can bring this stop loss right down to above the high of this candle, but it needs to break the lows. So right now, this is just theoretical. It can be up there because it makes no odds where it is right now. Did market already open, or does it open in an hour? Which market? NASDAQ. One more hour. Yeah, one more hour. They moved their clocks on Sunday. So we're waiting for this now to create a top wick. And then as it drops, we can bring our stop loss down. Hopefully. So remember, your stop loss should be above the high of this candle right now. I was just moving it on the basis that I was hoping that the market was going to break this low and we could have brought our stop down to above the high of this candle. But candle's still creating a top wick. So stop should be above here until we break the low. When we break the low, then we can bring it down to above the high of the current candle. So we're just waiting game now, guys. The second it breaks this low here, so let's just drop. There we go. Once price gets down to that 93, can't bloody see. Think I need some glasses. So once we get down here, um, then we can bring our stop down above the high of this candle. Now, guys, if you haven't yet entered the competition, there is a free prize draw. All you have to do is fill in your name, contact number, email address, and you'll be entered into the prize draw for next Monday. It's going to happen during live stream. We'll put you on a random picker. And the prize for next week is going to be a 1 hour coaching session with myself. We can go through anything that you want: systems, trade management, trade psychology, testing, whatever you want. In your session. So, guys, if we break the low here, guys, we're going to bring our stop down to here. There we go. And there's TP1, guys. 20 pips secured. Another win. Let me know you got your 20 pips, guys. I'm just going to bring this down a little bit just to cover commissions. 20 pips. So that's 3 for 3 today. And that was a big trade. Do you know why that was a big trade? What does that do for our stats? Hmm. Out at TP1. What does that do for our stats today, guys? Getting close to the old 50 pips. Come on. Can win number 50 get us 50 pips? And oh, so close. Come on. It would only be fitting, wouldn't it, if win number 50 could secure us 50 pips. And there you go, guys. 50 pips banked. 50 pips banked. Uh, let's just lock in a few more pips. It's okay, guys. You can say thank you anytime you want. Anytime you want. Or you could just sit here and stay quiet. But ah, there you go, Big Harvey. We get the 50 pips. Boom. There you go. That's it. Job done. What more can we say? What more can we say, guys? This is day in, day out, guys. Day in, day out. I show you on a daily basis. We wait for particular setups. We wait, and that's it. I will not place another trade now today. I'm done. So here we go. Let's have a look. So there you go. That's today's trades. 3 trades, 3 wins. Done. So don't need to do any more than that, guys, other than turn up. Mr. Buckley. Yeah, we're back. We're back. Oh, I tell you what, let's just do a let's update the stats. Let's update the stats. Is it I get more pleasure, I think, in updating the stats and seeing you guys grabbing some pips. All right, TikTok's taking a while. Let's update YouTube. So we've got 50 wins. We've had 10 losses and we've had 11 break evens. So there we go. Oh, maybe we just need Big Harvey to go and fill his water bottle up every time. There we go. Right, let's change it. 50, 50, apply. Done. So we've had 5 times as many winners as we've had losers. So from a statistics point of view, what's that? We've had 71 trades. So we're sitting pretty 71 trades 50 divided by so in terms of winning trades we have a 70% success rate. Okay, if we were to go we have an 84.5% success rate, meaning because a break even will be categorized as a success because it's not a loss. So losing trades, we have a 15.5% success losing rate since August. Okay, so since August, every trade since the 1st of August, every live stream we have a 15.5% chance that you're gonna Thoughts on, I don't know what it is. What is it? Tom, what is that? Is it a stock? Is it a crypto? I don't know. SEI and H bar. No idea. Let me Google it. Uh, right. mm, SEI and H bar. Okay, so it's crypto. Can't give you an answer. Sorry. Yeah, can't answer that. Z- Zero knowledge, to be absolutely truthful. Um, I've seen lots of information on Hedera Hashgraph or whatever it's called. One of my old members tried to get me into some kind of pre-sale years ago, um, but I know that they've been hacked massively and nearly lost everything. I don't know if that was through the Hedera site or whatever, but yeah. So yeah, can't give you any answers. I'm sorry. Don't have enough knowledge to do that. And a little bit of knowledge is what, guys? A little bit of knowledge is what? Dangerous. It certainly is. Okay, let's jump back to TradingView now. So we're gonna go to TradingView because there's nothing else to trade. So we'll have a little look, and maybe we're gonna wrap it up at 2 o'clock today because we've got one in the bag, and there's no point being greedy. So how many of you would say one trade is enough for a day or for a session? Would you say it's enough? Welcome the Viper. Oh, session views are massively down today. Don't know what's going on with TikTok. You used to get loads. Now, God, struggle to get 50 or 60 people in. We used to have like 6 to 10,000 views a time. Now, no chance. Yeah, they're missing out. They're missing out. But well, I'll still keep turning up, guys. I'll still exactly, Umar. One trade is absolutely enough, but this is the issue, right? How many of you right now will trade with $1,000 or less? Massage. Is that is that what you call it, Jess? Thought, dear. Some people sounds like a hard Tuesday for you, Jess. Building up my portfolio on prop firms before going live. Okay, so look, when it comes to prop firms, I definitely it depends what you're looking for. If you want cheap, then obviously out there's some good ones that are cheap, but you have to remember that the cheaper they are, generally the more restrictive they are. Instant FX Capital for me is the one that I would say 90% of my members have had when I say 90%, 90% of my members that have done prop accounts have had payouts. We've had some big payouts over over October. What do we have? Brandon had two $4,000 payouts. We've had Jay had a 1,600 and a 3,200. What else have we had from there? Taj had a payout from Blue Guardian, but the issue you have with Blue Guardian, yes, they're cheap, but they are very restrictive on what you can and can't do. Trading conditions are very tight. So if you like flexibility where you want to have an account that is about as close as trading your own personal account, then that's where Instant FX Capital is great and they pay out very quickly. All you have to do is hit your target and that's it. No challenges and done. And it's a scaling one. So as you get further down the line, stage one, your account increases, goes up double. Stage two, it doubles again. Stage three, doubles again. Stage four. So really good. I love how you drew your. It's clear enough for anyone. It has to be clear enough for anyone because if I don't understand it, then then I'm not going to be able to do it. Okay, so one thing you have to remember is when you're looking trade right, it doesn't matter what you do, anything that you do, it's about making it as simple as possible. And the simpler you make something, the easier it is to be consistent. Now, consistency doesn't mean you're going to make money. Consistency means it's easier to spot where things go wrong or where things go right. When your variables are changing all over the place, then you're not going to know what's working and what isn't. So consistency is do the same thing, build up a track record or build up a journal, build up a database. This like back testing. Back testing is no good if you're doing a different thing every trade, right? Because then it's just showing you a load of results that from a load of different variables. So this is why I always laugh when people back test that going about back testing all the time. Um, and when it comes to back testing, they've done so many different things that they might as well not done back testing. They might as well just done whatever. So the simplest way to think about back testing is it's like doing medical research. So when you take any type of medication, that medication will come with an instruction leaflet, and it'll say if you experience X, Y, and Z, it could be shortness of breath, nausea, whatever. These symptoms are common side effects. Then you'll have other symptoms that it'll say seek medical advice immediately. Okay? Now, how do they know this? They know this because they've given the same drug to however many people, and they were the conditions that came up. Then they know that they're treatable. But they also know that certain other more serious conditions did flare up when you take that drug. Now, trading is no different. If you have the same variables every time and you have X amount of wins, X amount of losses, X amount of break evens, you go, hold on a second. Right, that worked. Now, let's look at the data. Let's look at the data and see if we manage the trade differently, would it change the outcome? Okay, could we have changed the break even? Could we have changed the loss? Could we have changed the win by changing the way that we manage the trade? So same entry, just different managements. And this way, you'll then be able to see, hold on a second, this system actually does work. So right now, as a entity or as a system, I like Bruce Lee always used to say, be like water. Water will adapt and evolve to the situation that you put it. So it'll mold to the cup you put it in. It'll mold to the bowl you put it in. It'll mold to the ground surface you put it in, right? So what have we done recently? Does anyone know what we've done with gold systems recently? Does anyone know what we've done? Anyone know what we've done with the gold systems recently? Okay, so what we've done with gold systems is we've reduced the lot sizing we trade at, and we've increased our TPs. Why do you think that is? So we've increased the number of pips we go for on a target. Why do you think we've done that? Why do you think we've reduced our lot sizing and yeah, exactly, Dan, and widened our TPs? Yeah, the volatility in gold has changed massively over the last few weeks. Okay, gold's moving a lot more. Candles are a lot bigger. So because I trade at a fixed lot size, for me, the best thing to do is reduce the lot size and increase the targets. I'm still making the same amount of capital. I'm just risking less per pip each time. But when we bank, we're banking twice as much in terms of pips, not capital, pips. Yeah. So we have to be like Bruce Lee. We have to adapt to current conditions. And right now, the conditions told us we have to change our lot sizing. Otherwise, we're going to be risking too much. Or people always think about how much money we're going to make. Come on. Yeah. So people think about the money they're going to make, not about the money that they could lose. So trading, you want to think about the money you can lose, because the flip side will be if you can protect how much you're going to lose, you'll naturally make more. So uh, although the sells could be interesting here, remember this is an area we can also look for buys. Oh, yeah. So we can also look for buys here. If we get a bullish candle, so this would be, let's see what I have there. So this is what we'd be looking for, this kind of setup. We want to see the market come down. We've got range candles to trade into. We have a bullish candle to work with. Wait for the next candle to wick down. We buy above the high. As it triggers, we move our stops underneath the low. Yeah, does that make sense, guys? So if we look here, we've got nice candles to work with. You've got 8 minutes. So it's not going to happen on this candle, but maybe the next 15-minute candle, you'll get a bullish candle. If you get the bullish candle, then we'll wait for a wick down, buy the break of the high, and we're in. Now, I told you I'm not going to do another trade today, and I'm not. But at least you understand a system that you can implement should that happen. Does that make sense, guys? Yeah, so I am going to log off in 8 minutes. So if you've got any questions between now and 2 o'clock in 7 minutes, fire them in because I will be here until 2 o'clock and then I'm going to shut down for the day. Simona, good afternoon. Yeah, so 2 o'clock I'll be shutting down for the day. Uh, yeah, I even missed catching that move for the gram. Missed it. Uh, Mark, how are you, mate? A little bit late in today. We've had our trade. I we are done for the day, but like I was saying, for anyone else that's gonna look for opportunities, if the next 15-minute candle is bullish, then you get a wick down, you can buy the high of the 15-minute candle. If you get a close below, then oh, you do have potential. to sell, but this is my range. Is this what I'm looking at? If you are late, we did sell the low of this candle here and catch the sorry, I did 20 pips to 9. 20 pips scaled out first, 50 pips scaled out second, and then it was around 20 pips for the last scale out. Hi, what's your lot size? Is that the important thing? If I told you my lot size was half a lot or 10 lots, would it make a difference? See that this is the thing. People believe that if I'm trading 100 lots or 50 lots, that the system must work, right? I'm here every day, guys. I'm here every day. You see me do the same thing every day. So, like I said, if it's half a lot, one lot, 10 lots, 50 lots, doesn't matter. It's the process. If you can go into a gym, you lift 100 kg. To get to 200 kg, you have to keep practicing the process, getting stronger, putting in the reps, eating the fuel. You're not just going to be able to lift 200 kg. Yeah. So you can see people trading 100 lots on Instagram. Is it real? Do they trade it for you every day? Some people will, but you see it live here every day. I can't do more than that. You see me lose, you see me win, you see break-even trades. And then I get asked, what's your lot size? Because that's the important thing. It's it's like you see someone in really good shape. Hey, how much do you bench press? Because that's got shit to do with it. It's the process. So exactly. It's the results that matter. It's the results that matter. But anyway, it doesn't that's my little rant over with. Um okay, DAX is popping up a little bit higher. Okay, so if the DAX can run up, it doesn't matter if it comes and fills the gap, to be fair, it can fill the gap all the way up here, based off the hourly. We're looking for just had done. I thought you were taking the piss after what I mentioned this morning about my dad on the phone. Um, yeah, so listen, guys, right now we are literally just waiting for BPC cells setting up. So you're going to wait for an hourly bearish candle, and then you're going to wait for a wick up, sell the lower bearish candle. So this would be not that one. No, oops. Sorry, Anna. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. So this is what we'd be looking for. Yeah, okay. So listen, that's because of leverage, right? So the your is which who are you with? So three three lots. No, so on three lots, every dollar will generate you $300. Oanda. So is that part of FTMO? So on 3 lots, 100. Christia, whereabouts are you based? And what? Because 1 lot, it depends if you're on spread bet. Is it a spread bet account? Okay, UK, yeah. So spread bet is different. 3 lots will get you £3 for every dollar. So it'll be tiny. It'll be a spread bet account, right, Christo? Yeah, yeah. So it's not 3 lots. Okay, you might think it's lots, but it's not. So with three, it's three. You're effectively trading £3 per do per dollar movement. So as it moves $1, you're going to get £3. So if it moved $3, you're going to bank £9. You want to be trading with a CFD account and 1 lot is in notional value is $100,000. So every time one gold moves $1, you would be making or losing $100. So if you were trading 3 lots on a CFD account, every time gold moved $1 up or down, you'd make or lose $300. So that's going to be a big difference. Yeah, so big difference. So this is in theory what we'll be looking for here. So yeah, it's all right, Christia. So have you traded before? If you've not traded before, um, if you get a CFD account, so one where you're trading lots, make sure you trade at 0.01 to start with, because 0.01 is effectively going to be about 6 pence a pip. So as it moves $1, you're uh, um, as it moves 0.01 will give you $1 for every dollar, okay, which is around 60, 70 pence. But if you go onto my Stan store, in fact, guys, there's remember if you haven't yet, you can enter the free giveaway. It'll be next Monday on the live stream. If you've already entered it, guys, please don't enter your details again. 7 months started. Okay, yeah. So if you're gonna trade live, I always prefer um, lots. It's much easier to calculate P&L from without actually needing to look at the charts, if that makes your terminal below. Because when you're doing spread bet, you're going to be in a different way of trading. It's only available in the UK, and I don't like it. It doesn't make sense. It's kind of a fake market. So here we're looking for a bearish candle close. Yeah, only on the hourly. I'm not interested in on lower time frames. Gold's making another push down, guys. So expect this wick to be filled. Okay, expect this wick to be filled, and then it's a matter of, right, what happens next? Now, I always prefer people to risk little at the beginning because, like I say, everything I relate stuff back to things like the gym. You don't go into the gym and pick up heavy weights. Start off on the small weights, do repetitions, build up your strength, get better form, and then start to increase the weight. So when you're trading, this is why I think demo accounts are dangerous because they give you a false sense of security. The only thing demo accounts are good for is understanding how the platform works, understanding how to place a trade, knowing how to cancel a trade, knowing how to exit some of your position, know how to move your stop loss and manage a trade. Okay. Once you know all that, then you want to get off a demo account as quickly as possible because you will start to instill bad habits from a demo account. Demo accounts are dangerous, very, very dangerous because what happens is you learn to do silly things, and it has no ramifications on you personally. Whereas then you go, okay, well, I've been on demo now for X amount of months, and you might have made a load of money, but you might have made it because you were moving your stop loss and you didn't get stopped out, and then you do silly little things. Next thing you know, um, you go live, and then when you go live, you start trading at the same lot size or a little bit smaller than you were doing on the demo account, and it all starts to fall apart and fall apart very, very quickly. Bullish or bearish? What with gold? Um, if I was focusing on today's movement, my bias is short. But where we currently sit, we could potentially get a buy setup. Yeah. So, uh, guys, I've got to go. I've just realized I've gone over too long. If you're around tomorrow, I'll come back tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Um, if you're not, I'll see you Wednesday. Please remember, if you think the session's useful and you think people would benefit from it, please share the social handle with them. Let them know 1 o'clock UK time. We'll be going live nearly every day, Monday through to Friday. So buy setup is coming around Thursday. Thursday? It's Tuesday today. What's happening? What's happening for the next 48 hours? No, but if we get a bullish candle here, so this one closes in 53 minutes, okay? If this closes bearish, then we need to wait another hour. If that candle closes bullish, if there's a wick down, then we can buy the high of that. So maybe in 2 hours. If this candle closes bearish, then the 3 o'clock candle moves lower, we can buy the high of the bullish one. So anywhere between an hour and 53 minutes. Okay? But definitely I'm not making predictions about Thursday. I trade now. I'm looking for opportunities when I'm in front of the charts, I want to be trading it now, not for tomorrow, not for the day after, not for Friday, whatever. Yeah, literally now. Okay. Price reversal on Thursday. Man, Uh, there's too much happening between now and Thursday for me thinking of a price reversal. And which way is it going to reverse? Because there's no trend at the minute. But thanks for the insight. I'll be ready for that reversal on Thursday. All right, guys, take care. Have a good one. Going up. Okay. Well, if it's going up, I'll be buying it. If it's going down, I'll be selling it. Ciao, guys. Take care. Bye bye.